If you've spent more than 5 minutes shopping for a cordless robotic pool cleaner lately, you're probably frustrated. The market is completely flooded with models that look identical, carry slightly different spec sheets, and frankly, make it confusing to figure out what you're actually paying for. Today I'm going to show you the iGarden K50 AI robotic pool cleaner that iGarden sent over and just answer the questions that actually matter. Does this actually clean your pool any better or do anything differently than all those other robotic pool cleaners? Before we get started, if you like this kind of content, then hit that thumbs up button. It actually does help and I really appreciate it. Now let's get started. This is the K50 AI. It comes in a K65 AI as well, and the main difference between the two is battery life. Now as far as the chassis goes, it looks a lot like the K Pro and a lot of the other K series cleaners that they offer. So is this just another identical looking pool cleaner? No. On paper, every brand promises a pristine pool, and to be fair, most of them will clean your pool. Some are better than others at certain things, which is why I rate the categories accordingly. Because the bottom line is I'm a big believer that people should choose the right pool cleaner for them based on their needs and what they consider to be important. First up, let's talk about how it actually cleans. During my testing, the K50 AI handled the standard backyard mix, leaves, pollen, dirt, and bugs without breaking a sweat, which is why I scored it incredibly high on my cleaning and suction scales. A big reason for that is that dual layer filtration system. This is something that you still don't see very often on cleaners in this price tier. Instead of just a single mesh net that lets finer things just blow right back into your pool, this setup captures larger debris but also handles the finer microscopic stuff like dead algae and pollen. It actually vacuums the water rather than just stirring it up so that your main filter has to handle it later. Cleaning ability, 8.5. Now filtration only works if you have the muscle behind it, which brings us to suction power. A common flaw with cordless robotic pool cleaners is they mostly run at one single speed, meaning they either waste energy on clean plaster or they choke when they get to a heavy pile of leaves. The K50 AI uses what they call an AI inverter motor. Instead of a simple fixed speed pump, it constantly modulates its suction according to its needs. When it's going over a clean spot in your pool, it dials it back to save energy. The second it senses resistance or that it's climbing a steep slope, it ramps up the torque to create a tight seal against the pool surface. It means you get peak performance when you actually need it without killing your battery on empty space. Suction power, 8.5. But raw suction power is completely useless if the brain in the machine isn't the sharpest tool in the shed, so to speak. And this is where the K50 AI can completely change how you manage your pool throughout the week. Normally, a 5-hour battery rating on a cordless cleaner is just kind of standard nowadays. It's fine, but it's nothing to write home about. However, when you combine that battery with this cleaner's high-end navigation system, it becomes a massive advantage. Instead of wandering around randomly and bumping into walls for 2 hours at a time, the K50 AI has an AI-targeted 20-minute floor clean. It maps the floor and finds the debris with dual 4K front-facing cameras, and then clears it out incredibly fast because it's not wasting time driving around in circles. So you can actually use the built-in timer scheduling. You can set it to run quick targeted floor sweeps over a period of days. A lot of cleaners have scheduling and timer features, but they seem worthless because every time you use the cleaner, it seems like you go through half the battery life or more. You can set them to run for 15 days if you want to, but you still have to pull them out of the pool every couple of days to recharge them. So if you utilize this cleaner the way it's intended for those targeted cleanings, it makes that 5-hour battery seem a lot more efficient than the competitors. Battery life, 8. Navigation, 9. Now I want to pivot to a detail that has absolutely nothing to do with how this machine will clean the water, but probably a lot to do with how long it's going to last. Look at the charging cable that comes with this unit. Most robotic pool cleaners come with a power cord that looks like a flimsy phone charger. This one is UL listed and has the thickness of a heavy-duty outdoor extension cord. Look at the hook that comes with this unit. It's a thick, heavy-duty piece of resin. This one comes with one of the competitors. It's a cheap piece of plastic. Now, does a better hook or a thicker cord make it pull more leaves off the bottom of your pool? No, but it's a glaring indicator of design philosophy. When a manufacturer refuses to cut corners on the unsexy components, the kind of things that people usually don't even pay attention to on the sales page, it tells you how they built the rest of the machine. They aren't trying to save money on build quality, and that confidence shows up clearly in their warranty. They back the unit with one of the most substantial safety nets in the cordless category right now, earning a near perfect 9.5 out of 10 in my warranty scale. If you're dropping a significant amount of change on a cordless pool robot, knowing the company actually stands behind that hardware for the long haul is a huge peace of mind. So where does that leave us? Well, when you factor in dual filtration, targeted navigation with a heavy duty build quality, the iGarden K50 AI lands an overall score of 8.7 out of 10 on my scale. If you're looking for the absolute cheapest bargain bin robot, this isn't it. But if you're tired of the confusion and want a cleaner that actually manages your pool throughout the week, and more importantly, you want something built well enough to where you won't have to replace it next season, this is a remarkably safe bet. I've dropped links below in the video and the description if you want to check current pricing or read through the spec sheets yourself. Drop a comment below if you have any questions. Hit subscribe if you want more honest reviews of pool tech. Thanks for watching, and remember, belly flops build character.